What's up, guys? Welcome back to 317 Wellness Podcast. This is Tim.
I'm Jody.
And today we're talking about how to vacation well with a family. And let's jump into it. Let's talk about where we went just recently.
So just the other weekend, we just drove, 2.5 hours south. We went to Holiday World, which is our main kind of attraction. Main fun thing that we did was that we stayed in a cabin down there. So it wasn't too far from the park. Just packed up, went to this nice, simple little cabin area, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
what did you think?
I thought it was amazing. Just the scenery was awesome. We were like in the middle of nowhere, but it was still closer to the attraction that we went to. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was fun. It was a good time with the family.
We were right there on the water. So they had this big pond. And so we'd walk out the back of the cabin and there was just a lot of fish. There's a little family of turtles. There was a skunk. So our kids were having a blast just feeding all the animals and seeing everything there.
Yeah, and it's just very peaceful, and it really brought us to just that calm, peaceful state. So
it was a little hectic, I guess, in getting prepared and like the food and bringing everything down there because we cooked everything ourselves, but that helps us to stay healthier, stick to our goals. And then we went to Holiday World the second day and just got to hang out at the amusement park and the water park. And so
the kids love that.
It was our 8-year-old's first time to an amusement park, and I don't think I've been to an amusement park in a really long time. So there was a lot of praying on my part, let's just say that, on some of those rides. And then we went to the wildlife park.
Yes,
the third day.
Safari little animal thing. That was pretty fun.
I mean,
it was scary, but
a little
fun.
stressful when you have, like a big longhorn, cow, like coming up to the car trying to eat.
Well, I think the first part of the attraction was a bunch of these, what do you call these? Emus.
An ostrich, kind of.
And they had a sign saying, like, don't open your windows up until you get past this. But they're really walking around.
And they're just, like, coming up to the car like this. They just stick their heads, like, right up to the windows, like, feed us, feed us. It was a little frightening.
I was freaking out.
But the kids loved it when the alpaca, I mean, they would stick their heads into the car, too, when we get to feed them, and saw the bears and the bison. We did not feed the bison. Don't feed the bison.
Those are huge.
Those are huge.
We saw the bears, And then what else did we see there?
They had some kangaroos and elephants. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this wasn't too far away from Holiday World.
No.
Closer to Bloomington, right? Or what was it called? What was the place called?
Closer to French Lick, Indiana.
Lick, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we actually went there too. So overall it was such a good experience, good time, and we wanted to share a few tips of what helped us find like a good balance of things.
It was. We just wanted to share what helped us really have, because it was a good vacation. It wasn't too stressful. We had enough, adventure, enough new things that we did. We just wanted to share. I think one of the first tips really that helped us was to plan and prepare, but to keep it simple. So not over planning. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what did you think about like the mix of activities and how we kind of went about, the day or the whole structure of the vacation? Do you feel like it flowed well?
Yeah, I think we didn't really have high expectations on that because we realized that we have a 2-year-old that can turn on you like really quickly.
Yeah,
so
you never know.
We did have kind of a structure to it. We wanted to make sure that we're at Holiday World at the beginning of the morning, so that way the kids could ride at first, and then later when it gets warmer, we were able to go and just enjoy the water too while it was warm. But I think that our expectations, we kind of had to lower just because we had kids and we know how hard it is to try to parent them and keep everything. You never know what's going to happen. Things just get crazy with kids.
Yeah, and that's so true. Like keeping those expectations, like you don't want to, plan this huge like vacation with these high expectations that everyone's going to have such a great time because like you said, the 2-year-old, 8-year-old has emotions. Yeah, and I think we had a really, I mean, from my perspective, we had a really good time. Everyone was pretty even kill. I mean, like there wasn't that bunch of heightened emotions and or anything like that. It was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't have high expectations, I don't think, for where we were staying either. We just knew we were staying in a cabin, and then they exceeded our expectations. Like, so we took all of our food and we had all that planned out, and we had all the cooking materials that we needed. We didn't do anything crazy, but then we could have the fire. You could grill. We could just enjoy the swing on the porch in the back, and had the little table. So it had everything that we needed, but it wasn't anything like over the top crazy. So I think it was just kind of perfect. It was simple.
Yeah, very simple. And the thing is, we had a place where you could, sleep up to 6 people. And that was very helpful because all of us could have slept on our own, but just having a place that allows for more options was very helpful, because the options of grilling outside, they gave us a fireplace and firewood along with the place, and that allowed us to cook in the fireplace too. And just having the kitchen was very nice, to having the stove there and being able to cook breakfast the next day, and rather than going out, we already had those amenities in there, which made it really simple for us just to enjoy breakfast and spend more quality time with the family, which was very, very fun. So I guess what things did you do before the trip? Like, I know you had to plan ahead, right? You had to plan in advance. We actually booked this hotel, or not the hotel. We booked this place. How long ago was it?
Maybe like 2 months, 2.5 months ago, or something like that. Yeah. So I think that was kind of challenging, booking it so far in advance, knowing that the whole vacation was going to be an outside thing. We had no idea what the weather was going to be. So that was the only stressful kind of part about it, was planning so far in advance. But yeah, I mean, other than that, the main planning was food. Like, we sat down and we figured out what meals, like we actually did the meal planning and the grocery list of everything that we needed. And then I had to sit down and figure out what clothes they needed. And then it was sweatshirts and pants in case it got cold, because we knew we were going to be outside, and all the bugs, all the stuff that you could possibly need. And then if the kids got hurt, all the things. So we had a pretty packed truck going down there. So there was a lot of planning in that way. But I think we had everything we needed, and I don't think we overpacked this time at all too. So it was good. I
guess what really made this vacation, this getaway really fun, was just being able to disconnect and being able to like reconnect with our family. Yeah. I think that was my favorite part, just because, we get so caught up with the busyness of life, with the chaoticness, and with just social media and all these things, that instant gratification things in our life. We were able to disconnect for the most part.
Yeah, I think it was somewhat challenging though sometimes. I know my mind when I first woke up in the morning was like, oh, go to your phone. And I was like, no, like, why do I want to do that? Like, I don't want to go to my phone. I want to go outside. I don't want to be on my phone. I just want to see the sunrise and look at the pond and have that. So I think it is very important to, even though you're going to have that technology with you, to just disconnect and just to spend that time, even if it is just by yourself, or just you and I had a little bit of time in the morning too, just before the kids woke up. It's just good to be out of the normal routine and get to connect with your family in a different environment.
I think the kids and I woke up one time before you guys, or no, Lydia and I woke up before her and Eli, and I remember just going out there and sitting with her, and she was reading her books, and we were just hanging out. I like to listen to music too. That's kind of my meditation routine. But I was able to just sit out there watching the waters and the fish jump in the pond, and then I was able to see the little mist coming over the pond, which is beautiful. It was just those little moments that we all love. Like, you can experience that so much when you disconnect with the craziness of life. And for me, it was a little hard too, because I'm on my phone a lot for our business and creating content, and I definitely was trying to make sure that I was not on there all the time. I would film here a little bit here and there, but overall, I made sure that I was putting my phone down too.
Yeah, because we're experiencing something new. Like, the cabin was all new, the amusement park was all new, and just to see like the kids' faces, and even with just like the little splash pad, at the cabin that Eli's running through, and just pure joy on his face. It was good. You want to pull out your phone, you want to video, you want to take a picture, you want to do whatever.
And capture moments.
You can like capture that really quick, but like, we just really encourage you to put that down and just experience and be in that joy whenever you are on vacation with your family. So yeah. And then I think tip number 3 is, we really feel like, this vacation for us was a good balance of relaxation and being very active. Yeah. And I think that's important too, because the vacation isn't just for your kids, the vacation's for you as well. You're not working, you're taking the time to do this. So you need to find a time as parents to also relax a little bit. And I think we got to do that a little bit as well.
But yeah, having that balance with coming back from the craziness of the holiday world and then come to the cabin and be able to enjoy and relax.
The quietness. Yeah.
That was very important.
Yeah, and I think too, like one of the things I feel like we did well on this vacation was kind of splitting up our time with the kids, like at the amusement park. Like you would go on rides with Lydia and I would stay with Eli, and then we'd kind of switch back and forth. Or like you went on the roller coaster, you know, because you wanted to
myself.
go. Yeah, by yourself. No, I wouldn't do that.
Don't recommend going on that one. I went. That was rough.
But so we were able to then have fun ourselves because we were able to go on the rides, and then we were able to just sit off to the side with the 2-year-old for a little while. So I think that was good, taking turns.
And the cool part was that Lydia is old enough to remember these memories, and one of her favorite ones was the one that was like the swings that were going up in the air.
Lord help us.
And you could just see her face light up.
She loved it.
Yeah,
she thought she was fine, and Mom was praying hard, but.
Well, I remember me and her were together, and I was talking to her, and she's like, Dad, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, honey, just enjoy it. Just be a child and just enjoy it, have fun, laugh, and we were both screaming, but by the middle of it, I was screaming.
Yeah,
I was like, just felt free, but it was such a good vacation that we definitely want to go something like that, even if it's not Holiday World, like just somewhere that we can have peace, because I think that's why we go to vacations. We get out, we want to get out of the craziness, we crave in quietness, relaxation, and I think the best way to do that is be in nature. Being in nature is huge.
Yeah, I think, definitely, especially if we're in cities, in suburbs, we're surrounded by buildings all the time, and we're just not able to be, I feel like, where we kind of meant to be, out in nature. So, if you're planning your next vacation and you're feeling that, like, craving of you needing something different in your life, like, we would just highly recommend doing something that's going to be out in nature.
Plus, you're getting your activity, too.
Yeah.
You're getting we walked around the pond a couple times, and there's a playground right down the street. So definitely overall has been a place where we could be physically active, relax, and just connect with our families. So it was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, guys, so hopefully those tips have helped you, and if they did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to check out our website, 317oneos.com, for any free resources for yourself, and you can also connect with us there as well. So until next time, guys, we'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.